Okie dokie. Right. So we're going to start lying down on the floor just to make a change because we haven't done that for a long time. So lying back on the floor, I would start with your feet flat on the floor, knees up. Just make yourself comfortable on your mat. I can't see when I lie down, but you can see me hopefully. So just take your arms away from your body, palms of the hands up, shoulders relaxed back onto the mat, just creating a little bit of a hammock by resting your knees together so your lower back can soften towards the mat, but just falling into its natural curves. So deliberately taking a nice, long, slow inhalation, filling the lungs, and then a nice, slow exhalation. So as you inhale, be aware of the ribs expanding, not just in front of you, but to the sides and the back. And as you exhale, feel the spine, the back of the body soften towards the mat. Just a couple more deep breaths like that in your own time. Relaxing the shoulders. Just collecting yourself on the mat, reconnecting body with breath, mind with body. And then we're going to stretch the right leg out straight along the mat and draw the right knee in towards the chest. So the left leg that's stretched out, press the heel away from you, flex the foot so you've got a bit of activity through that leg. And then drawing the right leg in, catching hold, generally squeezing the thigh towards the underarm, knee towards the underarm, thigh towards the chest, doing the stretch through the hip flexor. And then just releasing off a little bit, start to stir that right knee around in circles. Doesn't matter which direction the circles are in. So you can feel the head of the femur stirring around in the hip joint. You might hear some clicks and clunks. So you can inhale for half a circle and exhale for half a circle. And then change directions. So if you're like me, there might be particular parts of the circle which are particularly stiff or feel more congested. Just take it slow through those bits. Finding the full range of movement. And then bring the knee back center. And then you can either keep your left leg stretched out or you can put your foot flat on the floor, whichever feels more comfortable, because we're going to extend the right leg up towards the ceiling now. So just catching hold behind the thigh, extend the leg towards the ceiling. Doesn't need to be straight. Mine's not straight first thing in the morning. Just so you feel a stretch at the top of the hamstring. So try to relax the shoulders down, try to relax that right hip down, and it's just pressing the heel towards the ceiling. And then when we're there, we're going to point the toe towards the ceiling. So we stretch through the front of the foot and then flex, stretch the heel towards the ceiling. This would be good if you've been running. Point the toe and flex. One more, point the toe and flex. And then fold that knee back in, change legs, extend the right leg out along the mat to keep it active. Draw the left leg in, catching hold of the shins, squeezing, so you're compressing the thigh against the chest. Take a deep breath in, feel the chest expand towards the thigh, and as you exhale, maybe draw the knee in a bit further. Take another breath like that. And then releasing the hands away from the leg, stirring the knee around. So you can keep your left hand resting on your thigh if you want to, or you can let go of the hands completely. And just use the breath to send the knee around, big slow circles, warming up the hip joints. And then change directions. And then bring the knee back to the center, catching hold lightly behind the thighs, sending that foot up towards the ceiling. If this is too much in the lower back, you can bend the right leg and plant the right foot on the mat. Remember to relax the left side of the pelvis down, relax the shoulders. You don't need to extend the legs fully to straight, but do draw the toes in towards you. If you draw the toes in towards you, you'll feel a stretch in the calf as well as the hamstring. Pressing the foot towards the ceiling as if you're just trying to stand on the ceiling. And then pointing the toe and flexing. Not quickly, take your time. So really stretching the toes towards the ceiling and then drawing the toes towards you, pressing the heel away. One more like that. Good. Draw the knee back in towards the chest. Bring the right knee to meet it. Hug both knees in now and just give yourself a little gentle rock from side to side. And then we're going to just do a few curl ups from here. So just holding on gently to this on the shins. So we're going to use the abdominal muscles. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl head and shoulders towards your knees. Inhale, release down. Exhale, curl in. So draw the belly in towards the spine. Roll up as high as you can. Try and use the belly, not the arms. Inhale, release. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, release. One more, and then we're going to hold it there. Exhale, curl in, tight little ball, and then reach the hands forward, stretch the fingertips towards the feet and beyond. And then just see if you can breathe there, but keep curling in, engaging the belly. And release down. And then we're going to set ourselves up into a rocking motion to come up to sitting. So you're rocking back onto the shoulders, up onto the sitting bones. We haven't done this one for a while. So you roll it, rounding through the spine, rocking backwards and forwards, massaging through the spine. I don't think we could do this on a decking, it'd be too hard, but I think it's fine on carpet. And then when you're ready, coming up to sitting. Comfortable seated position. So you could sit on your new block if you want to, but you don't have to. Crossing the legs in a comfortable seated position. Good. So we're going to make circles with our torso now. It's nice to have a slow start this morning. You all right, Mummy? Yeah, there you go. So moving the rib cage over the hips, starting to make big circles. So you're rounding through the spine as you go back, and then opening the chest, arching the back as you come forward. So this is a great movement for, it's like a cat-cow, but then you're also stretching through the sides of the body as well. Change directions when you come to the next middle point. Really take your time. You can inhale as you come forward, the chest opens. Exhale as you round back. One more circle this side. And then coming back to center. Sitting tall there for a moment. Inhaling, crown the head draws towards the ceiling. Exhaling, pelvis heavy, shoulders heavy, grounding yourself into the mat. And then rolling onto all fours. We're going to take the right leg out to the side. So we're in tabletop, but with the right leg extended, toes pointing towards you. Try and relax the right hip down, so it's still level with the left one. And then we'll take cat-cow here. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Exhale, press with the hands round between the shoulder blades. Tuck the tail under, lift the belly. Inhale. Send the sitting bones back so you feel it stretching in the thigh. Exhale. Empty the lungs. Inhale. Exhale. And then come back to tabletop. We're just going to walk our hands towards us, Come up onto your knees so you're in gate pose, and we'll take a side stretch here. So lifting left arm up, reaching towards the ceiling. Keep reaching long, 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 but then also towards the corner of the room. So length through the waist. You're not collapsing through the side of the body, just finding length between the fingertips and the outer hip. Just check that you're not leaning forward, keeping that straight line. Good. And as you inhale, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, maybe lengthen a bit more. We're going to do side plank a bit today, so just warm up through the sides of the body. Good. Coming back up, just walk the hands forward and then change legs. So left leg out to the side, toes facing forward, so your foot's in line with your knee. Just check that one hip hasn't hoiked itself up. Press the hands into the floor, so you're lifting out of the wrists. And then as you inhale, look forward, chest between the forearms. Exhale, round. Ribs lift. Inhale, look forward, send the tailbone away. Stick the bottom out without lifting the hip. Exhale, curling up. Lifting between the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Lift the belly, lift the ribs. And then back to neutral. Walk your hands towards you. Lifting up on that knee. Relax that hip down. Extending opposite arm up. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Even longer through the sides of the body. Long waist. Spaces between the ribs. Inhale between the ribs. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And then come back up. Relax the arm down. Walk the hands forward again. Coming onto all fours. So from here, we're going to take the hands forward into puppy pose. So if you remember, you're just leaving your hips over your knees where they are, walking the hands forward, descending the chest towards the mat. So you feel a stretch between your shoulder blades, probably underneath your arms. So we're warming into the shoulders. The forehead can rest on the mat. Send the tailbone high in the air. So one more deep breath here. Inhaling, exhaling, and then walking the hands back into all fours. Good. So we'll just take a twist here as well. So planting the left hand under your, more towards the midline of the mat. I'll do it this way around. And extending the right arm up, twisting towards the right side, keeping the hips level if you can. And then exhaling, tucking that arm underneath the left arm, rotating all the other way so the right shoulder comes to the mat, right ear comes to the mat. So we'll take 3 more like that. Inhale, lift the right arm up, spiraling the spine to the right. Exhale, send it underneath, shoulder to the floor, ear to the floor. Inhale. And exhale, try and use the whole breath for the movement. So as the breath ends, the movement ends. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, tucking under, shoulder all the way to the floor. And then back to all fours. We'll take the same on the other side. So plant the right hand firmly, maybe more towards the middle of the mat. Inhale, rotate to the left, open the chest. Extend the right arm up, fingers active. Exhale, tucking under, shoulder near to the mat. Inhale. Grow, extend. Exhale, curling under. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, shoulder near to the mat. And then coming onto all fours. Good. So we're just going to sit back on into kneeling pose. And we're going to practice Garudasana arms, eagle arms. We did this last week with the legs, and we'll do it with the legs when we stand up, but we'll just practice like this for now. So inhale, spread the arms wide. Exhale, cross right arm over left. Right over left. So your elbows are crossing. Keep spiraling till your hands come palm together. If they don't come palm together, back of the hands together is fine, but if you can reach palms together. So once you've got your hands together, relax the shoulders down. Maybe see if you could edge the elbows up a little bit. So this should be getting your stiff shoulders behind you, mum. So you should feel a stretch across the back of the shoulders. Try not to arch the spine, keep the spine upright. Elbows lifting, shoulders descending. Keep breathing. Elbows relaxed. Sorry, shoulders relaxed, elbows lifting a little, and release off. Unravel, and then we'll do it the other side. Inhale, extend the arms out. Left over right this time. Cross them as far as they'll go, and then keep spiraling. Palms come together, or back of the hands come together. So tailbone descending down, spine upright, shoulders relaxed. And then just see if you can get a little lift of the elbows. Just take it to where you feel a really good stretch across the back of your shoulders. And you're also compressing the blood flow in your arms, which reinvigorates it when you release. So as you inhale, maybe lift the elbows. Exhale, shoulders relax. One more breath here. Exhale. Good. Release the arms down. The shoulders little circle one way. And they're really cracking. Hopefully you can't hear that. And then the other, rotating the shoulders. Good. Excellent. Right, so I'm going to tuck the toes under, come back to all fours, and lift up into downward facing dog. So when you come into your downward facing dog, I want you to really think about sending the bottom back, and then positioning the front half of your downward facing dog first. That's it. And then pressing one heel towards the mat, and pressing the other. Warming up through the back of the legs. Take that one more time. And the other leg. Good. And then bringing both legs to the same position. Your knees might still be bent. Send the bottom away. Descend between the shoulder blades. Good. And then from here, we're going to step the right foot forwards and stay in a high lunge to start with. So you're going to plant your left hand, I'll turn the other way so you can see me better. You're going to plant your left hand on the floor. You're going to keep the back thigh lifted and strong, and you're going to press with the front thigh as well, so your front thigh is working. Plant the left hand, and then we're going to make some big circles with the right arm. So drawing the right arm forward and then round. So keep the arm really stretching through the whole circle, and see if you can take some weight into that right thigh so you're not really leaning heavily on your left hand. Keep circling. Draw the belly away from the thigh as well so you're not cheating. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as the arm comes round. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hand comes either side of the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. So we're going to take the same on the other side. So step the left foot forward now. Plant the right hand. Check the back thigh is lifting and strong. The left thigh is working. So you could take your hand off if you needed to, but you're just resting the right hand lightly, and then start to make those big circles with the left arm. So reaching the fingertips nice and far forward, exploring the full range of motion in your shoulders. Inhaling as you're reaching the arms forward. Exhaling, cycling it round. 2 more. Inhale. Press with the thigh. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands outside the foot this time. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Got me a bit warm. So bend the knees again if you need to. Send the bottom away. Just send the chest towards the mat and then maybe straighten the legs a bit more. Take a breath there. On your next inhalation, we're coming forward to plank. So heels pressing backwards, crown of the head stretching forward. So deliberately lift the ribs away from the mat a bit. So you feel that you're doming between the shoulder blades, and also lift the belly away from the mat as well. Imagine there's a ball, big ball on the mat. You're trying to lift your belly and your chest away from it. Good. Knees to the floor, chest and chin to the floor. So leave the bottom up last. Really consciously tuck the elbows in. Drop the chest towards the mat. Inhaling, coming forward into a low cobra. Stretch the legs away from you, toes in contact with the floor. And then we're going to reach the arms back as well, coming into half locust. Stretch the arms back, feel the back muscles working. Bring the hands either side of your chest again, pressing all the way back into child's pose. Inhale, all fours again. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Sorry, I'm just going to take my top off. Staying downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to sweep the right leg up and back into three-legged dog. Take the time, see if you can keep the hips parallel. Exhale, stepping that foot all the way between the hands. Dropping the back knee down this time. I'm going to bring both arms up into low lunge. So you're tucking the tail under, lifting the chest, lengthening through the sides of the body. From here, just reach your left hand down towards the mat. Actually, put it on your elbow to start with. Put it on your elbow, left hand to left elbow. And then you're going to reach your right arm across. I'll show you front on. So it's a side stretch towards that left side. If you want to see if you can touch the floor, you can. I can't, so I'm going to go back to hands on hips. And then come back up to vertical. Hands either side of the foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Good. So from here, we're going to come forward into plank again. Take that time to imagine that ball underneath your belly again. So pressing through the hands, really feel like you're lifting the chest away from the floor, softening the ribs away from the floor. And then we're going to put the right knee down onto the mat. And we're going to turn so the weight is in the right hand. So the knee that's on the mat, your foot's going to come across at right angles. Other foot's going to be parallel to the mat. We're coming into a supported side plank. So press down with your bottom hand, lift up with your top fingers, feel the length through the side of the body. Good. Turn to face the front again. Step that foot back into a normal plank. And then coming back up, downward facing dog. Okay, lifting up the left leg now. Three-legged dog. Stepping the left leg forward. Dropping the knee down gently, sweeping the arms up, shoulders down, chest lifted. So sinking down so your pelvis is heavy. Good. Putting the right hand to right hip now, and then reaching long through the left side of the body, tilting over towards that right side, only as far as you can keep control of the movement. Take a breath here if you can, into the side of the body. Come back up to vertical. Hands either side of the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Come forward to plank. Lift belly, lift chest, doming across the back of the shoulder blades, just as you were when you're doing eagle arms. Make sure the legs are pulled up, thighs are strong, and then gently dropping the left knee down this time. Coming onto the other side, left hand supporting you, right hand lifting up into side plank, supported side plank. Length all the way from the outer edge of the right foot to the crown of the head, long through the waist. One more breath here, turning to face the front, stepping your left foot back into plank. And this time we're going to drop knees, drop chest, chin. Exhale as you come down. Inhale, cobra. And then keeping the crown of the head reaching forward, stretch the fingertips back into half locust. Feet in contact with the floor still, just half locust. Really draw the shoulder blades back behind you. And then hands either side of the chest, pushing all the way back into child's pose. Rounding through the spine, tail heavy, forehead resting on the mat. Good. So this time we're going to come onto our knees, tuck the toes under, and uncurl ourselves into a forward fold. So coming into a forward fold, knees soft to start with. Onto your elbows, just hanging on the hips into a nice forward fold. You can sway if that helps release you into it. So we're coming to be aware of the feet now. Feet hip width apart, weight evenly balanced between heels and toes. Let the head be heavy. And then we're going to uncurl from there to standing. Take it slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way up to standing. Good to see you joined us. Kate here. Good. So coming to the front of your mat, finding mountain pose. So feet hip width apart, shoulders relaxed, lifting through the thighs and the belly, relax through the shoulders, crown of the head stretching towards the ceiling. You can close your eyes if you want. Just taking a breath here. And then we're going to bring our feet to the totally together, because we're going to take chair pose. So if you've got your ankles have got a tendency to roll in, you might have to lift them. If you've got a tendency for your feet to roll out, just find that nice middle point. Bring your hands to prayer. And then we're going to sit straight back into chair pose from here. So keep the chest lifted, sit down low, weight into the heels, and then scoop the belly up and under, just as we were doing when we were in our plank pose. So maybe you feel like you've got a ball here that you're trying to lift your belly away from. And then only when you've done that, let's extend the hands up towards the sky. You have the hands a bit further apart than usual, just so you can feel the shoulders drawing down, the chest lifting, really sitting far back. Bring your hands to prayer, folding forward again into a forward fold, all the way down. Relax through the whole length of the spine, hands can rest on the floor. And then inhaling, standing all the way up through half reverse swan dive, coming up, 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 looking up, hands to prayer. Sitting back again into chair pose. Pretend you've got a seat behind you. Scoot the belly up and under, away from that ball. And then we're going to turn right elbow to left knee. Right elbow to left knee. And we're going to let it rest lightly on the knee. So rotating through the length of the torso. Just see if one knee's just jotted forward more than the other and see if you can equalize them. Keep sitting back. Inhaling, exhaling. And then fold all the way down to a forward fold. In the middle, center line. Press with the feet, bend the knees, lift up, flat back, all the way up to the top. Hands back to prayer. And sitting back down one more time, chair pose. Keep chest lifted, bottom going back, weight in the heels. Curve away from, lift the ribs and the tummy away from that ball. Turning to the other side now, left elbow to right knee, hovering the elbow, just resting lightly on the knee, using that elbow to turn you towards the side. Try not to come out of your seat. One more breath here, rotating towards the side and then forward, forwards. Relax, forward, fold. Soften the head and neck. And then pressing through the feet, coming up standing one more time. Inhale, reach up tall, long through the sides of the body. Hands back to center. Good. So coming to the front of your mat if you're not already there. I'm going to come to center so I don't hit the light. Hands to prayer again. Deep breath in and out. Let the breath steady. Heart rate settle. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, folding forwards. All the way down into a forward fold. Inhale, come up to a flat back and pause there. So tailbone stretching back, crown of the head stretching forwards, shoulders rolling back as well. And then folding forwards, stepping the right leg back, coming into a high lunge. So sweeping the arms up, back leg strong, lifting the heel. Good. So we're going to twist from here. Inhale, twist to the left, right arm coming forward, left arm back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Feel the fingertips, one stretching forward, one stretching back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands either side of the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. So we're going to come into side plank again with the weight into the left arm. So you can either put the knee down or this time you can keep both legs straight. Turn onto the side so the weight's in the left arm. Reach, stack one foot on top of the other. Reaching up to the ceiling. So you're using the side of the body to keep the hips lifted. Keep breathing, come back to center, turn back onto plank. And then either knees, chest, chin, or take chaturanga this time. So elbows bent, chest coming down first. Inhale, cobra. Maybe pressing a little through the arms to bring you up a bit higher. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath there. Inhaling, exhaling, feeling open underneath the shoulders, hands pressing into the mat. And then when you're ready, hopping the feet between the hands or stepping them forward if you prefer on an exhalation. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Take a breath there. Length through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Step the left leg back this time. Set yourself up for high lunge. So strong through the back buttock, strong through the front thigh, nice firm foundation. Lifting the arms up. Long through the sides of the body, just as we were doing in our warm up. Shoulders relaxed down, chest lifting. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. Left arm in front, right arm behind. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Hands over side of the foot, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Set yourself up well in plank. Lift the belly, chest away. And then weight into the right hand. So you can put your right knee down if you want to. Or turning onto the outer edge of the right foot, stacking the left foot on top. Coming into side plank. Using the waist to keep you lifted. Fingertips, really press the floor away with your supporting hands. Come back to the front. Sit yourself up in plank again. Make sure the hips aren't lifted. And then dropping down chaturanga or knees, chest in if you've got no energy left. Inhale, cobra. Thighs extending against the mat, belly lifting. And then lifting back up, downward facing dog. Well done. Take a breath here. And your next exhalation, hopping feet forwards. One more forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, coming up, reverse swan dive, lifting up to the ceiling. Hands to prayer. Come into mountain pose. Let the hands drop down. Just taking a moment to collect ourselves here. And then we'll take one more sequence. Bring the hands to prayer again. Inhaling, exhaling, steadying yourself here. Inhale to stretch up. Exhale to forward forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right leg back. Ground the right heel, coming up to warrior. Right toes in front. So extending the back leg, pressing down through the outer edge of the back foot, and then sinking into your warrior. So try not to lean the torso forward, try and keep it over the center. Good. And then we're going to drop the back hand onto the hip, come into reverse warrior. Length through the side of the body. And then you can either stay there or you can sneak that right hand behind you so it comes to rest on the inner edges of the left thigh. Can help you keep that rotation. Sink down a bit lower if you sneaked up. Coming back into warrior. And then coming all the way back to the front of the mat. Hands outside the foot. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Good. Coming forward to plank again. We're going to do side plank one more time. Lift the ribs away, lift the belly away. Transfer the weight into the left hand. You can put the left knee down again, or turn onto the sides of both feet. Stretching the right arm up to the ceiling. So from here, if you want to try something a bit more, you can see if you can lift that leg up and catch hold of the knee. Ooh, a little bit of balance involved there. Draw the knee in. Back out to side plank, come back forward into your plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, exhale. Exhaling, jumping the feet forwards. Folding forwards. Exhale, inhale, sweep the arms up. Lift up, look up. And back center. Other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left leg steps back now. Ground the left heel, across the mat. Coming up into warrior on the other side. Good. Outer foot in contact with the floor. Keep your front toes tracking over, front knees tracking over your front toes, and stretch those arms as wide as you can. Looking out over the front hand makes me feel stronger. And then from there, left hand to hip. Lovely arch through the front of the body. You can look up into your elbow if that feels good for the neck. Otherwise, just keep the head straight forward. And then if you're on the other side, you can sneak that back hand round to the inner right thigh. Inhale, exhale. Coming back up, release the bind. Turning to the front of the mat, lift that heel up so you can step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to plank. Draw belly away from the spine. Right hand under the shoulder, turn onto the side on the right side, reaching up into plank. So you can either stay there or you can see if you can draw that knee in, catch hold of the knee. Stay on that side plane. The first couple of times I did this, I completely fell over. And then releasing back. And turning on to, can't see Kate's got a video off, sneaky. Coming into plank, last one. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Well done. A lot of side planks there. So resting here, you can either keep your arms stretched out if you like child's pose like that, or do feel free to lay your arms outside of your shins if that's more relaxing. Rest the head down on the mat. Nice deep breaths. Soften through the length of the spine. Let the breath settle. Good. So uncurl your weight, so you're just coming up to kneeling. Take your time, lift your head away from the floor. So we're just going to finish. Our last slightly sweaty thing is we're going to do dolphin pose again, which we did a few weeks ago. So we're doing downward facing dog on our forearms. So you're going to bring your forearms down onto the mat, shoulder width apart. Keep your hands parallel, your forearms parallel. Hands, fingertips reaching forward. Tuck the toes under and lift up into downward facing dog. So you're still trying to send the hips up towards the ceiling, sitting bones towards the ceiling, soften between the shoulders. Feel like you're pressing your hands and your forearms down quite firmly into the mat, which lifts the shoulders away from the ears. And just breathing here. Just going to stay here for a few moments, building strength through the shoulder girdle. Inhaling, exhaling, come down if you need to, of course. Pressing hands and forearms into the mat, and everybody come down now. Back into child's pose with the arms extended. Well done. Coming back up to kneeling, uncurling to kneeling. Tuck the toes under behind you because we're coming up from standing now. So come up onto the feet and then come into a forward fold. One more forward fold. And then uncurling, coming back to standing. Take your time, shoulders roll back. Chest lifting, feet under the hips. So for our standing pose today, our standing balance, we're going to do Garudasana, eagle pose. So the arms we did before, but with the legs as well. And then I think Sarah will have to go. So stretch the arms out, cross right arm over left, keep spiraling. Bend the knees deeply, bring the weight into the left foot, cross your right leg over your left as well. So you can either just keep it crossed like that, or you can see if you can tuck it behind your calf and then sink down a bit lower. The lower you sink, the easier it is for you to wrap your legs. Relax the shoulders, lift the elbows, squat down lower. Relax the shoulders, lift the elbows, squat down lower. And breathe if you can. Draw the belly up and under. Good. And release off. Can't see Kate, I'm assuming she's doing it lovely. Relax, shake, give yourself a shake. Feel all that blood flowing back in to the outer extremities. Other side, arms out, left arm over right. Keep wrapping, keep wrapping. Shoulders relaxed, elbows lifted a little. Oh, there she is. Bending the knees, weight into the right foot. Crossing left over right, sit down lower. Might give you the space to tuck your foot behind your calf. Relax the shoulders, lift the elbows, sink down lower. Scoop the belly in. Breathe. Shoulders relaxed, elbows lifted, sink down lower. Good. And release off. Whew. Feels like head rush. Give yourself a little shake. And then we're going to come down to the mat. Maybe panting unprofessionally. Inhale, exhale. Good. So I don't know if you need to go or not, Sarah, but if you do, good luck at the dentist. So we're going to come into lying down in a minute to do half bridge. So we're going to come down to the mat nice and slowly and purposefully. So feet flat on the floor. Just going to lie ourselves down, rolling through the length of the spine, all the way down. Good. Then bring your feet so they're close to your bottom, still hip width apart. We're going to peel the spine up really slowly. So really tuck the tail under, feel like the coccyx is lifting up, the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine at the top. Press the hips towards the ceiling. Roll the upper arms underneath, and you can clasp hold of the hands. Press the hips up to the ceiling. Try and keep the thighs parallel. Ex-gymnasts and dancers will display their legs wide, but we're going to keep the knees over the toes. And then release the hands and really rolling down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, until you get back to the length of the spine relaxed on the mat. Fully let go now. Deep breath in and out. So we're going to take that one more time, and then we're going to try extending one leg to the ceiling and then the other when we get there. Take your time again, peeling the spine away, lifting, 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 rolling the upper arms under you, clasping the hands. So you can feel the weight in the upper shoulders and the upper arms. So you can either stay there or you can draw the right knee in and up, extend the right foot towards the ceiling, try and keep the hips level. And gently bring that foot back down to the mat. Drawing the left knee in and then extending the left leg up to the ceiling. Strong through the upper arms, pressing through the foot, lifting through the hips. Leg back down, lifting the hips one more time. And then super slowly rolling your way back down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. So we're going to take a twist here, those who have still got time. So stretch your arms out wide, either side of you, 90 degrees. Cross the right leg over the left, fully over, so your knees are stacked on top of each other. And then let your legs fall all the way down to the left side. Doesn't matter where they get to, doesn't matter if they don't get to the floor. So you're relaxing the right shoulder towards the mat. And just relaxing through the hips, the knees, the feet. Come back to your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, come back to center. Change sides. So left knee over right. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling, both knees down to the right. Just let the body come to where it wants to come and then settle there. No need to try and push it any further. Deepen the breath again into the left side body. And come back up to center. Uncross the knees. Bring both knees towards the chest. Little rock from side to side. Easing through the lower back. And then make your way down into final relaxation, Shavasana. It's 4 minutes to 10, so I think people who've got to leave at 10 o'clock, you've still got a few minutes for Shavasana. So spread the feet out to the corners of your mat, unless you need to keep them bent up for your lower back. Same with the arms, bring them away from the sides of the body. And really release the whole body. Full weight of the body. Surrendered to the support of the floor. Just check that you've got length through the back of the neck. So starting with the feet, relaxing the toes, the insteps, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, and the hips. Both legs relaxed and heavy on the mat. Soften the buttocks. Relax the hands, the wrists, the elbows, the upper arms, the shoulders. The shoulder blades behind you, resting on the mat. Soften the skin of the face so you can feel it resting lightly on the bones. Relax the eyes and the jaw. Feel the whole of the body connected, joined by this energy and light. Feeling whole but spacious.